Good day, guys. Welcome to my channel. If this message blesses you, subscribe, like, drop a comment, and turn on the notification bell. And if you watch this video on any of my social media handles, kindly drop a comment, share. I need you to treat heaven like home. I need you to treat going to heaven, spending eternity with God, as home. It reminds me of school times. When you're close to exam week or the examination week. It's the most stressful, the most tasking, the most demanding, the most stressful, tasking, demanding week of all your academic weeks, because you've got to be ready and be preparing and be reading, the studying, the late nights, the TDBs and all that. And then after all of that, one of the things that we look forward to is going home. We are always excited to go home. After this exam, we are going home. In fact, some people go home the day they write their last paper, and God help you, you write your last paper. Your last paper is by 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. A lot of people who live 3 hours away from school, whose home is 3 hours away from school, would take the risk. A lot of people who live 3 hours, whose home is 3 hours from school, would take the risk and go home. So your exam is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. They would write the exams, and then the next minute they're on their way to their house. They're going home. There's this excitement that comes to our heart, knowing that after this paper, they go house and going home. So I want you to treat heaven like home. After you leave the house by 6 a.m. to work, you deal with a whole lot of people, the stress, the painful part, especially if you run businesses. You have to deal with different customers. You are the good ones, the kind ones, the annoying ones, the ones that will stress your life. And if you're a 9 to 5er, you would deal with a whole lot of tasks for that day. But the moment it's getting close to closing time, there is this joy and excitement that after all of this stress, I'm going home. So I want you to treat the coming of Jesus as home. I remember one time when I was younger, I used to be afraid when people begin to talk about Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming soon, and people are already afraid and people are already scared. And I realized, as I grew, that fear was because I was not in alignment with God. I was living a life of disobedience. I was a Christian, but I wasn't living like Christ would. So whenever I hear a preaching or the sermon on Jesus is coming soon, I get afraid, I get scared. And you know what? I recall one time growing up, you get so excited when your dad is coming back, especially if your dad traveled for a business trip and he's traveling for days. You would be so excited. You want to call, "Hello daddy, when are you coming back? Hello daddy, when are you coming back? Hello daddy, when are you coming back?" You keep calling, and the day he's coming back, you're so excited, you're full of joy. You would stay up waiting for him to come. You've even mastered the sound of his honk, the sound his car makes. I recall my dad's car sound, and he always takes he dusts his legs 4 times at the doormat, and then he will knock gently, and I know that's my father. He's home. When he was working, we would always call, "Hello daddy, when are you coming back?" But sometimes we don't call, we are not excited because, let's say there's a law, you can't be playing football or be outside of the house till 6 p.m. unless it's church. And sometimes when we've played football so much that it's so exciting and interesting that we stay out till very, very late. The moment we sight him, we run inside the house, and then we are now afraid to even see him because we've disobeyed him. And that's how I was as a Christian growing up. The moment you are afraid that Jesus is coming, the moment you hear Jesus is coming back, the trumpet will soon sound, and the first thing that grips your heart is fear. I need you to understand that you're living in disobedience and that you need to come out of it, because it is an amazing thing welcoming your Father, welcoming your lover, welcoming the one who saved your soul. So treat heaven as home, not a place of torment. Treat the coming back of Jesus as your Father coming back. And if this video has blessed you, I need you to note this: Jesus loves you and he wants you. If you're still living in life of disobedience, come to Jesus today. That trumpet will soon sound. God bless you.